Midday, 7 days per week, with a fresh approach. www.999wefm.com. WeFM News, online, on demand.
Good afternoon and welcome to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited.
Celebrating style, the Courts Furniture event. Get up to 30% off on furniture, appliances, and accessories store-wide. Plus, if you pay with Courts Ready Finance, you pay nothing down and there's no payment for 30 days. This offer is available in store and online at shopcourts.com. Conditions apply. Promotional period April 1st to 30th, 2023. Courts, bringing value home.
Welcome back to WeFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, the Raga and Power Soca competitions will this year be held as separate competitions. News of the decoupling of the events came from the chairman of the Carnival Development Corporation, the CDC, Ricardo Adams, during a press conference held on Monday, April 24th. Mr. Adams made mention of the toll having both competitions in one night had taken on the competitors over the years. We'll hear more from the CDC's chairman.
Decoupling of the Raga Soca and the Power Soca competitions. We have had feedback over the years that the Soca Monarch competition is entirely too long an event. And we have heard persons who've made those comments, and we've taken that feedback on board. We've also heard from a lot of the artists. If you're in all three competitions, have to sing Raga Soca, and then you get, sometimes if you're lucky, you're in position number 13 in Power Soca. So sometimes you're singing at 4 o'clock in the morning. And if you're somebody who crosses all the genres of the Calypso fraternity, you can then end up in the Calypso Monarch on the very same evening.
That was the chairman of the Carnival Development Corporation, the CDC, Ricardo Adams. Mr. Adams said this change allows the Raga Soca competition to be taken into a space where it can stand on its own and attract its own audience, as well as allow the Power Soca competition to be focused on being a high-energy event. Another phase of the Kingston Port Modernization Project begins today, Tuesday, April 25th, 2023. According to Assistant Project Manager in the Project Implementation Unit, Linsky Douglas, the all-clear has been given for Aecon to begin offshore and sand dredging between Argyle, Diamond, and Brighton. The dredging vessel, which arrived at Port Kingston over the weekend, completed calibration and sailed at first light this morning to begin dredging. During an interview with the Agency for Public Information, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves said 1.17 million cubic meters of sand will be dredged to fill 16 acres of reclaimed land at the port project site in Kingston. Dr. Gonsalves said experts have advised that over 10 million cubic meters of material is deposited in the area between Argyle and Brighton. Over the next 7 weeks, dredging is expected to take place some 750 meters from the shoreline without any negative impact on coastal wave action. The Port Modernization Project is the second largest capital project in the country's history. It is being done at a cost of $620 million. The project forms part of the government's urban development project, which includes the rehabilitation of Little Tokyo. Still on the local scene, the Carnival Development Corporation, the CDC, has officially partnered with Caribbean Airlines CAL for Vincy Mass 2023. This was announced by Chairman of the CDC, Ricardo Adams, on Monday, who noted this partnership will allow for additional airlift out of the eastern seaboard of Canada and the Caribbean. We hear more from Mr. Adams.
I've been advised that we can announce now that, and I've just been handed this, we can announce now that we are going to officially partner with Caribbean Airlines CAL as a carrier for Vincy Mass. As you recognize, we work a lot of times behind the scenes, and sometimes, it's when we get the opportunities to make certain announcements that we do that. But this has been something that we've been working on for quite a while, and I'm really happy to welcome Cal on board, and I know that that augurs well for us getting additional airlift out of the eastern seaboard of Canada and the Caribbean.
That was Carnival Development Corporation Chairman Ricardo Adams. Caribbean Airlines Limited is the state owned airline and flag carrier of Trinidad and Tobago, as well as Jamaica and Guyana. The airline operates flights to the Caribbean, North America, and South America from its base in Piarco International Airport, Trinidad. On to news in the region. A man has been sentenced to 12 months imprisonment in Guyana for 5 simple larceny offenses and 1 larceny of poultry offense committed on several residents of Enmore and the surrounding villages. The accused, Bula Passad, 33, who is also called Daniel, pleaded guilty to 3 of the charges. He appeared last Friday at the Vigilance Magistrates Court before Magistrate Fabio Azori, who read the charges to him. Passad, who pleaded guilty to 2 of the simple larceny charges and the larceny of poultry charge, was sentenced to 12 months imprisonment for the 3 offenses. The accused, however, pleaded not guilty to 3 of the simple larceny charges. These matters were adjourned until June 25th, 2023. After about 2 months of staff from the University of the West Indies protesting over stalled wage talks for senior administrative and professional personnel, the St. Augustine campus has said it has gotten the green light from the Ministry of Education to start salary negotiations. In a statement on Monday afternoon, the campus expressed appreciation to the minister and her team, the chief personnel officer, and the interministerial committee. In particular, the UWI said it was grateful for the honoring of the timeline given 6 weeks ago. The institution also noted that the university's recognized union, the West Indies Group of University Teachers, has also been advised that the remit was received. The union has been asking for a wage hike of 10% or more. With talks beginning, the campus is also hoping that staff will cease protesting. In addition to walks around the campus, the union had protested by refusing to sign and submit final exam papers to the examination section, refusing to upload students' coursework grades and only indicating whether they failed or passed, refusing to have office hours and responses to students and facilitators outside the classroom, and refusing to hold remedial classes, among other negative action. On the international scene, United States President Joe Biden has officially launched his campaign for re-election in 2024, becoming the Democratic frontrunner in a race that could pit him for a second time against Republican contender Donald Trump. Biden's announcement in a video on Tuesday came on the 4th anniversary of the start of his first successful presidential bid. A majority of Democrats would back Biden, 80 against a Republican challenger in next year's election, a recent poll found. But the Democratic president faces some of the lowest approval ratings of his tenure so far, and his age, Biden is currently the oldest person to ever hold the highest U.S. office, has spurred questions about his re-election prospects. Biden, who would be 86 at the end of his second term, is betting his first-term legislative achievements and more than 50 years of experience in Washington will count for more than concerns over his age. Finally, in sports, Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta says their top-of-the-table game against Manchester City would not decide the Premier League title. League leaders Arsenal are 5 points above Pep Guardiola's side before Wednesday's match at Etihad Stadium. However, City have 2 games in hand on the Gunners, who have drawn 3 league matches in succession. We knew we had to go to Etihad. It will be difficult, but it will decide the season, no, Arteta said. Arsenal, who last won the Premier League in 2004, drew 3-3 against bottom place Southampton on Friday, after squandering 2-goal leads against West Ham and Liverpool. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 p.m. for WEFM's 3 p.m. News. WEFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited.
Celebrating style, the Courts Furniture event. Get up to 30% off on furniture, appliances, and accessories store-wide. Plus, if you pay with Courts Ready Finance, you pay nothing down and there's no payment for 30 days. This offer is available in store and online at shopcourts.com. Conditions apply. Promotional period April 1st to 30th, 2023. Courts, bringing value home.